In the 121 episode of the A.S.A.P Tech News, we talk about the new all-white Be Quiet Wings ARGB fans, Intel releases a new ARC Pro graphics card driver, Valve discontinues Steam support for Windows 7, 8 and 8.1 as of 2024, and Gamdias has a new all-in-one liquid CPU cooler that features not only a VRM cooling fan and an IPS LCD display for real-time CPU temperature readings. We start with Be Quiet, which has launched their new Wings ARGB fans in an all-white variant. This is the case for both the 120 and 140mm models, as well as the high-speed variants of the same fan. A great thing with these new fans is that they are entirely white. Not white but with black inserts, all white, and this includes the impellers, the fan frame and the cable. All these new fans will be available for purchase online or locally starting April 11th of this year. The pricing will vary based on the size and speed variant of the fan. Next, Intel has released its latest Pro graphics card driver, the Intel Arc Pro 31.0.101.4092. This new driver release fixes plenty of issues as well as leaving plenty unresolved. These issues are things such as, with Autodesk Maya, resolved issues when software exhibits memory leak when refreshing a rendering window causing eventual crashing. In Blender, resolved issues when software may exhibit corruptions while using Enshita Sky texture nodes. With Dassault Systèmes SolidWorks, fixes an issues involving GPU memory pressure conditions which may lead to a software crash. Still talking about Dassault Systèmes SolidWorks, preventing memory leaks in a hybrid iGPU and DGPU setup, and another issue fixed is when an empty viewport may be displayed when moving in shaded mode. And finally, with Siemens NX, resolved corruptions issues in display section certification testing. We continue with Gamdias, which has introduced the CHIONE P3 all-in-one liquid CPU cooler, a CPU cooler that sports an IPS LCD display and 3 120 addressable RGB fans alongside a small fan for directly cooling the VRM of the motherboards. This new CPU cooler will be available in two radiator variants, 240 and 360mm, with no worries about the cooler variants or if there will be a cooler variant in the future. The highlight of this CPU cooler is the small IPS LCD display that resides on the CPU water block. This screen can be used to either showcase a logo or custom graphics or the real-time CPU temperature. All this is done within the Gamdias software made for these CPU coolers. The water pump will spin as fast as 2800 RPM, while the Aeolus M3 PWM fans have a maximum rated speed of 2000 RPM. The pricing for these two CPU coolers is not yet known. And finally, Valve announced that they will be discontinuing Steam support for Windows 7, 8 and 8.1 as of 2024. This move was to be expected as Valve has discontinued support for Windows XP and Windows Vista back in 2019. Looking at the Steam statistics for operating system usage, over half of Steam users are using Windows 10, while around 30% have made the switch to Windows 11. The main reason for this push for Windows 10 and 11 is that core features in Steam rely on an embedded version of Google Chrome, which no longer functions on older versions of Windows. In addition, future versions of Steam will require Windows features and security updates only present in Windows 10 and above. Unfortunately for many Windows 7 users, it looks like their beloved OS is getting left behind the same way Windows XP went. And this is the end of the episode number 121 of the A.S.A.P Tech News, one of the few tech news series which aims to deliver you the news as fast as possible for your convenience.